Another important sources of our Indian business law is statute law, means imposing an act in India by our own parliament. The member of parliaments and the member of Rajya Sabha both should accept the same, and which need to be signed by the president if it is at central level, and the MLAs and Vidhan Sabha members who are going to say yes to a particular rules and regulations and which are signed by the governor of the respective state, then that becomes the act of the central government or the state government respectively. So some of the acts we can identify as the Indian Contract Act 1872, Sale of Goods Act 1930, Companies Act 1956, Negotiable Instrument Act, Banking Act, Insurance Act, etc. etc. These are the statute laws. Another important source of our Indian business law or Indian mercantile law. Another important source of Indian business laws are judicial decisions. Judicial decisions are also called as case laws. They refer to as precedents and are binding on all courts having jurisdiction lower to that of the court which gave the judgment. The courts in deciding cases involving similar points of law also follow them. What are the decisions or judgments given by the Indian courts on a particular situation? They also become the sources of our Indian business law. The judgments given in connection with the suits of related to business transactions, so that judgments also become the part and parcel of our Indian business law. Here, what decisions the higher court is going to give, the same need to be given by the lower courts. So the lower courts cannot pass on or cannot cross the limits which are imposed by the apex courts. For example, any judgment given by the Supreme Court need to be followed by high courts, and high courts given judgments need to be followed by session courts, like that. Okay, so in a particular a judgment given in a particular situation need to be followed or need to be given to the same type of situations all over the country. So the decisions are the judgments given by the courts in connection with commercial transactions. So they are also become part and parcel of our Indian business law. And another source of Indian business law is customs and usage. So from past, what are all the traditions we are following, the procedures we are following, which are called in the name customs and usage, they are also becoming the part of our Indian business law. For example, sale. A sale may take place in the form of cash or in the form of credit. This is are in the form of exchange. Okay, these are what the procedure followed from so many generations or so many years. Okay, so here if anything told, for example, we are taking here in connection with credit sales, if nothing is told in any of the act, but these are followed by the business people from so many years. So these prolonged usage traditions, the procedures, the customs and usages, they also become law and part and parcel of our Indian business law. A well organized custom or usage can even override the statute law. So any statute law which is done by in the parliament, if it is against a particular tradition followed by the business people, in some situations these traditions or the usage or custom may override the statute law. So most of the business customs and usage have been already codified and given legal sanctions in India. So what are all the different procedures we are following in connection with business? all are already recognized, codified, and they are recognized as laws, rules and regulations in one or the other acts. For example, starting up a particular business, sole trading concern, partnership firm, or giant stock company. Okay, so insurance, banking, all this in one or the other way included in the name of rules and regulations in any of the acts which are related to business transactions. So these are the things you need to understand in connection with the introduction of this Indian mercantile law or business law. In the examination, you can get the questions like what is business law, give the meaning of business law, and giving define business law. And for section B, you may expect a question of what are the scope of mercantile law, and what are the different sources of, or explain the different sources of Indian mercantile law. Okay, so regarding this, let us end this particular session today. So all the best to everyone. Thank you.